looking hella crazy. But I'm gonna tell y'all, some of y'all wigs be looking hella crazy out here. So I'm trying to show y'all how to finesse the hella crazy look, okay?
Hey sis, so you just bought a wig and you like, what do I do with the wig? It's looking like this, right? But I'm gonna show you how to make it look like that without bleaching it, plucking it, none of that stuff, okay? Everybody's method is different, but this method, I promise you, is foolproof. And it's gonna help you get by, period. Keep watching.
Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up.
As you guys can see, I'm just braiding my hair down. You guys know this step. It's a step for every wig install. It's to braid your hair down. This is not a braid tutorial. If you guys want to learn how to braid, there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube. I'm just doing my last braid right now. And then we're going to put the cap on. If you don't know how to braid, you guys can slick your hair down or you can get somebody to braid it for you. But you just want to make sure that your hair is flat and out the way. And I'm choosing to braid mine down. You want some straight backs. Mine are going back, but they are not straight. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they're not straight. They're just out the way. So now that we have that, you just want to make sure you get your edges out the way. And with this being a closure install, you just want to really focus on combing your edges back wherever you're going to have your closure. All right, cap going on, and cut the holes in your ears like we always do. I'm gonna take my Gots to Be and I'm gonna spread it right there. I'm using the white one because I'm out of the black one, but I prefer the black tube over the white tube. And I'm just showing y'all like the process that I'm doing is the process that you would do if you were on a budget or if you just don't have the certain products. Y'all better learn how to compromise with these wig installs. Stop trying to think, you know, stop thinking that it's only one way to do a wig install, because it's not. Everybody, you can do a wig install many different ways and make it look great. You gotta do what works for you, what goes on your budget, okay? So now I'm just gonna blow dry that. I've already blow dried some of it, but I'm just gonna blow dry that and I'm gonna use the end of my comb to kind of like smooth it out. And you wanna blow dry it until it's completely dry. All right, so now we pretty much got that dry. If you feel like it's not drying quick enough, just spray you some Gots to Be spray on there and dry it like that. And you're just gonna cut this the same way you normally would. And since this is a closure wig, you can even like sew the cap like around here, but I'm not doing all of that. I'm just gonna do what I do when I do what I do. And really for the closure wig, you don't need all of this cap on the side because it's gonna show. So you really just wanna make sure, like I said, you put the cap and you focus on that front part of your hair. The whole bald cap method, like stop letting people put pressure on y'all for this bald cap method, okay? If you can't get it, you can't get it. So then I'm gonna take my little flaps that was right here and I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna tie that around the back. And what that is gonna do is that's just gonna keep my my cap in place and keep it from slipping up. Alrighty, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your foundation, whatever foundation you decide to use. I'm using this foundation by Juvia's Place. And I'm just gonna mix that up. And I'm gonna put this foundation on my cap. I can't. Let me finish my cap off camera and come back when I'm ready to put the wig on. I'm lying, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it, y'all. This is crazy. Look at me looking like I should have did this for Halloween. Okay, so whatever makeup you got left over, you're gonna put on your wig. But let me introduce my wig to y'all really quick. So this is the wig that I will be using. This is a 28-inch front closure wig, as you guys can see. And this was a jet black colored wig, right? And I lifted it 2 times. We're just gonna settle for this weird, ugly color, but I don't feel like going through and recoloring it, so we're gonna settle for it. This is what a closure unit looks like on the inside. It's just like this much, and it has some bands and some combs and whatnot or whatever. And these are the knots. The knots are not plucked. They're not bleached, they're not plucked. They're just looking like the way they looking. See what I mean? Like they're just there. And as you see, like I said, it's not plucked, it's not bleached, it's not none of that. And I'm about to show you how to finesse it straight out the packet. So you want to put that extra makeup that was on the back of your hand and you want to spread it on the inside of this lace. Mainly focusing on that front of that hairline where those dots are. If you need more makeup, get more makeup, please. And it's okay to use makeup. I'm just using my Juvia's Place makeup. I wouldn't recommend using Juvia's Place makeup on your wig just because it's a little on the expensive side. But if you have some makeup laying around that you don't mind using, just use that. The only reason I am using Juvia's Place makeup is because I don't ever use it for nothing else. So it's going to waste. Okay, so make sure you spread that beyond the hairline. This is going to hide your knots. And normally when I bleach, I try to bleach up about an inch in the front, not this much up, but I try to bleach up like an inch in the front. So it, not an inch, a little bit in the front so that it looks like it's blonde, right? So now you got that there. Your wig is colored. I mean, y'all know what I mean, painted. So you're gonna take these little clips in the back, detach them from how it came, and then put it in whatever pocket you can, whatever loop you want to put it in to make it as tight as you can. And with this being technically a glueless wig, you want to put them bands as tight as you can without getting a headache. Do not worry because those bands will stretch back out and you can always loosen them back up. So this is how it should look. And you're going to put it on. All right, so we almost there. Put the closure where you want it to be. Preferably putting the, you want to line the hairline here a little bit in front of here. So bring it down just a little bit. Y'all see how these little flaps come over my ears, right? I don't like that. So I'm just going to part out the hair that's over those flaps. And honestly, I'm just going to cut those off. You don't have to cut this much hair off. You can just cut off that little flap right there. So I'm going to take the wig back off. See how my cap just came off? It don't matter. You can honestly just take that cap off if it come off and put the makeup on your hair. So this little flap right here, I'm just gonna cut that off because it was hurting my ear. But try not to cut too much hair because you don't want to cut into your density. And also be careful when you're cutting this because you don't want to cut the thread and mess up the lace. Okay. So cut that off. And now that's what it should look like on the inside. So y'all see the difference? This flap over here versus this flap. So I'm gonna cut this where y'all can see it. And be careful not to cut too deep because that little band that you had is still attached to the wig. Do not detach that. Please do not detach that. Whatever you do, do not detach that. All right, got that little piece off. And now you're just gonna brush your wig because you probably got a lot of loose hair and stuff now. Just brush your wig back out. I would tell y'all who I got this wig from, but this wig is not a sponsored video. But this particular company, I reached out to them to shout them out and they was being buttholes. So I'm not shouting them out and plus y'all don't want this wig anyway. It's really not all that good quality, but it's gonna do what it needs to do for the video. Okay, so let's try it back on. All right. See if you can move your ears around. Do what you need to do with your wig. Place it back on your head. Now, what I like to do is I like to cut my lace before I actually install the wig, simply because I want to know exactly where I need to put the stuff. And, you know, I don't want to be overly putting it and I end up messing up the product, whatnot or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my little baby scissors and I'm going to go in a zigzag motion. And you're going to go like this, going across your lace. And then follow your natural hairline. I got a little bit of a widow's peak, so I'm gonna. Alright. Again, this is not plucked. This is not bleached. This is none of that. This is just simply the wig. So now you got that done. You're gonna pull that back, and you're gonna take your yellow Gots to Be, and you're gonna spread that wherever the lace is going to be. Now, this type of install right here is going to last you maybe a day or two, okay? You might have to touch it up in the next day. The lace glue does last a little bit longer, which is why stylists recommend the lace glue. But there's some people who's like, I don't want the lace glue for my edges because they were worried about the glue taking their edges out, but they don't know how to remove it. That's what the issue is. So if you're one of those people, then this could be for you. But honestly, with you tightening it and you putting that hairspray on it and stuff, you don't even need this step. But I want this step, so I am going to put it on my what you call it. So put it on there, let it get clear, blow dry it for like 5 seconds, and then you're gonna take and get rid of all the hairs that's underneath it because you want to blow dry until it's tacky. And you're gonna take your lace on the side and do it just like you would if you was putting glue on it, and place it down. And then you're gonna use the back of your comb to press it in. And blow dry. If a side is not down, just add some more gots to be. Now I know this wig looking hella crazy, but I'm gonna tell y'all, some of y'all wigs be looking hella crazy out here, so I'm trying to show y'all how to finesse the hella crazy look, okay? Cause the look y'all be going for, or the look y'all be settling for, that ain't it. So if you don't want to use no glue, no hot comb, you ain't got no tools, you don't know what you do with no wig, this tutorial is for you. Okay? That's what you do. So now you got it down. Make sure it's down. You're gonna spray it with your gots to be spray. And that's what's gonna help it to melt into your scalp. Comb out what you would use for baby hairs, okay? And then you're gonna proceed to blow dry. So you're gonna make what I do is I just do a straight line across my forehead, because I don't know how much I'm gonna use for baby hairs, if I'm gonna use baby hairs. You know, I don't know none of that right now. We pretty much got our pieces that we would possibly use for baby hairs, and you're gonna blow dry on hot. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I normally do use lace glue every time I do my wig and styles, but for some reason I can't find my lace glue. I must be out, or I must have threw it away when I moved all my stuff out the shop, and I needed something done to my hair. I didn't have time to go get no lace glue today. I probably won't have no time to do it tomorrow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a razor comb. If you don't have a razor comb, you can use regular scissors or a regular eyebrow razor. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it with scissors because most of us probably got scissors. You can use regular size scissors or little scissors. And I'm just gonna chop my baby hair small. And then I'm gonna take my band, my scarf, whatever it is that you decide to use, and I'm gonna put the band around it. And at this point, you pretty much got your wig installed. You're just doing your closure. I mean, not your closure. You're just gonna be doing your baby hairs after this step and styling it. So now you pretty much got it how you want it. So now I'm just gonna take my comb, because I'm gonna do a middle part, and I'm just gonna take it and part it up the middle. You don't have a hot comb, right? So it's fine. So you got some foam wrap, some mousse, something of that nature. Take your foam wrap, mousse, setting foam, wrap lotion, whatever you consider it. You're gonna smooth it on top of the hair. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna get rid of the flyaways. And it's okay if you go overboard with it, because you really want that shit to lay. Oh my God, we don't have a hot comb. No worries. We have curling iron, so we can save the day. Sorry, y'all. So most of us got a curling iron or curling wand of some sort laying around. So I'm just gonna take that, and I'm pretty sure y'all done seen a little thing being promoted on Instagram where they have an actual iron where they go over it. So this is like your iron. You just go over. Ooh, that shit hot, baby. If you have a cap on, you may not feel as much heat, but if you ain't got no cap on, baby, I'm telling you that shit hot. So what I'm using is my wand curler, Red by Kiss. It got one setting, and y'all see it just got the job done. You just iron it out. And I'm actually gonna flat iron my hair, so that's gonna work out better. I'm gonna go through with my slick stick. So the two slick sticks that I use, you can get them from the beauty supply store. This is the Remy one. This is the Old Faithful, my favorite one, $9.99. And then you got the Edge Booster. Don't remember how much it is. Yeah, I'm gonna use the edge booster just because it's orange. And just because I never used it and I want to use it. But you can use any wax stick. The ORS one actually works really good. Oh, I guess I have used this on the client, but I never used it on myself. But the ORS works really, really good too. Cream of Nature one works really good. If you have a slick stick is a slick stick. Slick it down. Like literally. Literally just slick it. So now you got your slick stick on there. And just comb it. Okay, so now I'm going to remove this because I done most of my pulling and my tugging. And then I'm going to finish my part. And what I mean by finish my part is go from the middle of my nose and make my part as straight as I can. I normally would go through and pluck my part, but like I said, this is a no plucking tutorial for those of you who don't know how to pluck. This is a no glue tutorial for those of you who don't know how to do glue. This is a no hot comb method for those of you who don't have a hot comb. This is just the easy, cheap way of how to lay a wig. So what I'm going to do is I'm about to clip this back a little bit. Comb any product off of my edges that's there. If you have to, you can even wipe it off. I'm going to use Eco Styling Gel to do my baby hairs. Eco Styling Gel, the argan oil one. And, oops, shit. Put it on there. If you notice you got like excess makeup or product or anything like that, just use the back of your comb and scrape it out and wipe it off. Now I'm just going over them with a makeup wipe, and I'm just wiping whatever excess makeup is left off. I'm gonna go back in with my scarf and I'm gonna tie my edges back down, okay? And then I'm gonna go through and straighten it and style it. Okay, so now we are back. I got my edges tied down. I took the thing down, but y'all see those little doubles right here? Those little knots, and I'm about to show you how to fix it. So you want to get a flat brush like this, which is one that I always use for my like my eyebrows and stuff. And you're gonna take that same foundation that you used earlier, and you really just need a dot, not even a full dot. That's really too much. And you're gonna put it on the brush, and then you're gonna spread that on the part. Try to stay in as straight of a line as possible. So y'all see that part? Bam, bam. And it is just like that. And we done. You can choose to thinning it back out a little bit if you want to. Eventually that makeup is going to wear off of the hair. So I'm not going to do that. But it's completely up to y'all. Okay, so I got it straightened and everything. I'm actually going to layer it a little bit because I just don't like how it's framed. So I'm going to take this little section right here. And I'm going to take my scissors. And I'm just going to go like that.
Two days later.
Okay, so this is the hair. I decided to just add a little bit more layers to it and trim up the ends. As I told you guys, like, I'm not really obsessed with the quality of this hair, but I did go back in and add some layers. I actually took this wig off and I just put it back on. And as you see, this is my second time installing it. I installed it the same way. Really, I just installed it with hairspray, but this is what it looks like. I put some layers in and I straightened it. I didn't like how the curls looked in this wig, but you can curl it, you can straighten it, you can do what you want to do. But this is my hair, the wig on, how it came out the package. And I hope this video helped you guys, because I know a lot of you guys struggle with putting your wigs on, and a lot of you guys are on a budget, and it's the holiday season and you want to look cute without, you know, spending all that money, because you want to spend the money on your kids' gifts and not on your hair. Try this method. Let me know if this method worked for you. Comment down below what other videos you guys want to see and how you enjoyed this video. It's your girl, Corsha Lishell, checking out from the cookie jar.